All right, welcome to a new installment of Moonhawk Studio Presents. Since you're hearing my voice, um, you can conclude that Mac is, I say most likely, he wasn't 100% clear, but his messaging was most likely he's not going to be here tonight. So I'm your fill-in host, Adam. Joining me as always is the regular panel, Kevin.
Yeah, I'm over here. We're down a leader, but we're still rocking tonight.
Is he really much of a leader these days? Genuine question.
So tell
Anyway,
him that.
Petty,
I'm here. I exist.
very good. And the Golics.
Yes, I am here.
He also exists.
Right. So, Kevin, I think we start up with you in the revised rotation order.
Yeah, well, it's gonna be quick. It's gonna be quick in and out as usual here because I really don't have anything much going on in my world. So other than work and everything else. So, Petty, what's going on yours?
Well, I've had a kidney stone, which that's not been fun.
Mm-mm.
Unfortunately, I'm at the point where it's not blocking anything, so going to the doctor would be kind of pointless.
Hmm.
So it's just kind of either pass it on your own, or it gets caught and you go see a doctor. And it's one of the things that sucks, but there's not really a whole lot else I can do.
Sounds painful.
It is quite painful, yes. As far as other things, yesterday I learned that my roof is leaking. Courtesy of a rainstorm. Yup.
Yeah, it's been raining a lot over there.
Well, we also had Winter Storm Blair roll through.
Yeah, snow.
Snow and
ice.
rain.
Mm-hmm.
So last time we had our roof really redone was I don't know if you knew anything about the big ice storms the Midwest had in like 2007.
Oh boy, yeah, that's been quite a while then.
Yeah, and we got our roof redone for free from that for obvious reasons.
Mm-hmm.
So, we're talking with the insurance company. Basically, their thing is call some people, have them look at it. If it's just a patch, they recommend just paying for it privately because our deductible for homeowners insurance is $1,000. So if we don't need the full roof replaced, it's one of those. It's better to just deal with it without insurance. And then if we find out that the whole roof is screwed, then we will get a new roof. Just pay the $1,000 deductible. So I don't remember when we had the roof redone because it was mostly handled while my sister and I were at school. Like literally, it was we left a little early for school one day, and the workers were, loading up the rest of the stuff in the dumpster and leaving by the time we got home from. I think we also had drama stuff, so we were a little late getting home. But basically, by the time we got home, everything was taken care of. So I have no idea what the whole protocol is for getting your roof replaced. So that's going to be something fun. Hopefully it's just they, patch a spot and we don't have to worry about getting the full roof replaced, because that does not sound like a pleasurable experience, especially if we need to do, for the daylight interviews. Because obviously I can't exactly, record a show while people are literally above me because I'm in the top story.
Yeah, it might be a little loud.
Yeah, a little bit loud. So it's definitely one of those things I'll know when when I know you guys will know.
Uh-huh.
And I guess that's kind of it for my news.
All right.
Uh-huh.
Well, Alex, you're up.
Relatively low key, as it has been. My parents are away again for a week to deal with stuff regarding my grandfather's estate and stuff, and so I'm taking care of stuff. This past weekend, my Pathfinder game host had flooding in his basement, so I'm probably going to be trying to help with that some, with
Uh-huh.
dealing with that. With helping him. I mean, he didn't lose too much stuff, but they need to like take up the flooring and get some stuff done to make sure there's no mold and stuff.
Yeah,
So
moving items and
I'm
whatnot.
probably gonna take some time off to help out with that, and also just because my parents are away and I have stuff I need to take care of. And we're gonna be obviously not gaming down there, so we're gonna be in a different place for a couple of weeks, probably at least.
Uh-huh.
Had a Digimon pre-release last weekend. Though I've only gotten one of the 2 boxes I was going to get for that. Thinking about a couple of decks I might want to build. Unfortunately, as is always the case, a lot of the key cards for things are pretty expensive.
I mean, that's how it goes in card games, yes.
Yeah. It just really bothers me when like the rookie and the mega are like rare and expensive, and then like the champion and ultimate are just hey whatever.
I mean, something marketability.
Fair. I mean, I'm not saying it doesn't make sense. I'm just saying it annoys me. Anyway, so yeah, that's pretty much most of it. Video game wise, I have continued to play Dead Cells because it's fun. I
Okay.
realized that the aspects system that they introduced at some point actually relies on you dying, so I have temporarily turned off the get to keep going when you die thing.
Mm.
And it turns out I'm not as bad as I thought I was. Because I'm still making decent progress with that. That's all I've got.
All right then. So it's my go. The thing to mention is apologies for tonight's. We had to deal with our guest vanishing. Let's say
Disconnecting, I guess that's really all that happened. Like, we don't know what happened.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like, and thus made the episode into a bit of a jumble. So I mean, that'll happen when it's like all of a sudden, we're doing the news segment, and then it's noticed that, the guest isn't there, so we're about to throw to the interview portion,
Mm-hmm.
and then have to scramble wildly to put something in that place.
I think that was record time I pulled that off, though.
Right, right. I mean, I would have found a better version of the video we watched, for example, but like I said, it was very seat of the pants. Not our first rodeo having to do such things, honestly.
Right.
But aside from that, let's see. I have gotten a new couch. First time ordering a couch off of Amazon, so we'll see how that goes. The problem with ordering furniture online is you can't really test it out before.
Yeah, you can't see how it feels. You can't actually see in person how it fits and stuff.
But on the other hand, my current couch needs replacing because of sagging sections.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying it can't work. Just has downsides.
yeah, it's like, so however comfortable it is, it's gonna have to do. I'm like, anyway, so yeah, I think that'll about do it for the news. Mac hasn't shown up, and once again, we're not expecting him to, but anyway, so joining us this week is Heglae Maia of Kawaii Games.
Hey guys,
Hello, how are you doing tonight?
I'm fine, thanks. Here is in Brazil is 1:30 23 a.m. So it's kind of late. It's the time that I would stay in bed right now.
I'm like,
Yeah.
well, still, thank you for taking time and being with us as lasers in your particular area. Always appreciative when that happens. Anyway, so I suppose we should start out by you telling the folks in the audience, what is Kawaii Games?
So Kawaii Games is my website. It's a portal. Let's start with my introduction.
Yeah.
Let's go with my introduction. Who am I? So I'm Heglae, my name is Maia. I'm a game designer, I'm an artist, and I'm founder of Kawaii Games. Kawaii Games is founded since 2009. It's pretty old website. The website is I specialize in dress up games and coloring games for kids and teens, and focus on girls. And in my early career, I just want to work as an artist. So I just explore a lot of digital illustration games when I was in university here. I have a degree in graphic design. So when I was with 20, 22, 23, something like that. I work for Cartoon Doll Emporium. It's a website that I think does not exist anymore, but it was on the Flash Golden era, the Flash games, you know. So I did a lot of Flash games in the time that I worked for them, and I learned a lot there. I learned how to develop the games. I learned how to illustrate. It was really a school for me. And after I was out of Cartoon Doll Emporium, I did a freelance gigs for another websites on that time. But from 7, 8 years, I work on Starsu.net. It was it's kind of big website on that time that was really popular, and I made several games for them. And after that, um, I when I was in Starsu, I started to do my website, but I was not having the intention to be something serious. You know, it's like was a portfolio. So I just the games I did for Starsu or for another companies I put on Kawaii Games, but it was not monetized. I was not marketing it well. It's just uh, there. I was not taking it very serious. But in 2018, that was when I quit Starsu.net, I start to focus on my website in a serious way, trying to monetize and trying to marketing, and was a shift. Um, this the previous website was that blue one. I made in a very rough way, but I have a lot of care and love for this first design. Uh, but I had to find it on the archives, that web history archives, because I don't have this file anymore in my backup. But the actual website right now it's like this pink website. It's responsive. My website works for mobile, works on desktop. As I said before, the focus is on dress-up games, in avatar creators, and coloring games. My audience it's girls, mostly kids and teens. I focus on anime because I'm kind of weeb and kind of otaku, and I like this style. So I try to do the exclusive games with this kind of art. And Kawaii games are available on my own website and Google Play as uh, as separate apps. Can you go for the next
Yeah.
slide? So my traffic right now on Kawaii Games is 13,000 monthly users. Mostly are from United States and Brazil. This data here are from Google Analytics. So it's I took it yesterday. So my majority of my audience is female, as you can see here, 73%, and that's it. Can you go for the next? So I always try to have some engagement with my audience. Here are some photos, some pictures from events I did here on my state. We have an event here called ESX, that is Espírito Santo. Espírito Santo is my state. So Espírito Santo Innovation Experience, that is a technology and um, entrepreneur event. So there I could show my games live for the public with on a real desktop, on a tablet, on a smartphone, so the kids can play live and test the games, and I can receive their feedback from them live, and it's very cool because as I work on a website, usually I just have the feedback from the comment section on or social media. So it's cool when I have events that I can speak with the real audience. And you can go for the next slide, please. Here on my state, we have some awards that is given for some companies and some projects that the government pays you to develop games. So I was awarded 4 times since 2020. And this was the first project, Multifaces Avatar Maker, that I did a semi-realistic avatar creator with Brazilian team backgrounds. And so you have more than 100 items that you can create your avatar the way you want. So the next project was the folklores coloring game. The folklores that have 12 illustrations of the folklores of my state, Espírito Santo, is some from Brazil. And in this version, you have the digital game and you have the actual book. So in these events, those events that I showed before, I could show the game on a tablet or a computer, and I could distribute these books for the kids as well. The last project that I did was Mega Kawaii Chibi Avatar Maker. That was kind of a spin-off from the last project that I already had the Mega Kawaii Chibi Avatar Maker, but I did this edition, Folklores edition, because this way it's easier to make the government approves the project, because they try to approve more cultural projects. So this way I did the project with some representations of culture of my state, like here in this gray screen, we have the Congo dancer, Folia de Reis, that's this little monster here. Pomeranian dance, that is a dance that's from Germany. We have this was the Congo as well, but there's a instrument that just have here on my state. And capoeira, that's something that has in all Brazil, but it's strong in my state as well. Uh, what are we doing right now? So, are we trying to expand Kawaii games for to new mechanics and new experience? We're trying to grow our audience. Right now, I have 13,000, but we need to grow more to monetize and have more revenue. And we're trying to explore new technologies and to make more engagement with our public. Right now, we are doing a project called Kawaii RPG Persona Builder. This is the first sketch. This is the base of the body base. I have an artist that is work on it, and you can go for the next. And I think that's it about the. This is some tips I have for the game devs around there. That's I think it's important for because it's not about just developing the games. You need some soft skills. You need some networking. Network is important. When I was doing, I think I forgot to say, but after I did my graduation on graphic design, I did a post graduation in digital games, and I did as well a technician course of digital games. And in these courses, I could meet a lot of people and a lot of people from the area, and I could do a lot of networking. And in this networking, that I knew about the government awards. If I didn't make that network, I would not. I would have that kind of support to do the games. Another thing to comment about is start small, finish projects, and keep learning. Because when I was doing uh, the digital games course, a lot of students have that thing that they really think big, but when you think too big, you can't finish the project. You have really to start small, really small, like trying to do one level or trying to develop at least one character for your game. Sometimes you think in a really big universe that is impossible to finish for one person, one game developer, or for a small game team. So you have to be realistic with the game development. Um, and so you have to be you have to have persistence. You have to have patience because a lot of people think that when you release one game, that will be a success, and you have a lot of money, and it's far from true. You have to release a lot of games. You have to make a lot of tests, and this kind of something you initially you make for love because you like to make games, you like to make the art, you like to make the programming, the code. And then after all these tests, maybe you can try to get some money, but it's a hard field that you have to persistent a lot. I think that's it. And I have to say thank you very much. And if you have
Not
questions,
okay. I Gotta admit, this is our first experience somebody bringing a PowerPoint presentation to our program.
Oh yeah. Oh, sorry, I didn't know.
It's fine. It's fine.
I'm just, I'm just saying that, it's a first for us. That's it.
Indeed.
In a good way.
Anyway, yeah. Um,
You were
But-
very organized.
Yeah. Yeah.
uh, yeah. So, in terms of the Q&A, I suppose we should start at the beginning, so to speak, in that you mentioned that your website was founded in 2009, which is
Yes.
something I kind of suspected because that's about when portal sites were really big.
Yes.
The mobile internet being a lot less prevalent. So I'm wondering, how do you keep your site relevant in today's world of smartphones and tablets and all that noise?
It's a challenge because I'm used to work with web, but I know that the kids likes apps, so I have to I have to adapt, and I'm trying to make all my games to have an app version. In the future, I really want to try to make the whole website like an app because I know that my my competition has has this kind of website that's work as an app. But right now I can do this, but I'm trying to do all my games as apps. I have right now something like I think 30 games. But all the games are dress-up games, so they are very short. They don't have they are not very complex. So when I say wow, it's 30 games, it sounds a lot, but um, for dress up games, universe is not so much because my contestants, my competition has a lot of games. My direct competition is dressupgames.com and Divine, and they have like hundreds and hundreds of exclusive games from them. So 30 games is like nothing in this universe. And
True enough.
that's it.
And I assume you're doing all this by yourself?
Uh Depends. Some moments yes, but when I have these games that I make for the government that I have a award some financial support, then this way I can hire some professionals. Like right now, the last the I think the last slide I showed um some sketches and body base. That one it was not made by me. It's made by an artist that I hired, and I'm responsible for the rest that I put the art on a framework on Unity, and I do the marketing as well. And I have a musician that do a special song for the game, but I only can do this with these bigger projects that I have the government support. Because when I'm doing from myself, I usually do by myself, like the art, the programming, the marketing, and sometimes when I have some revenue, I can contract the artist to do something for me.
Hmm. And how does monetization occur on your website and your games?
Monetization is with Google AdSense,
Mhm.
and I have some preloaders ads that happens before the game loads, and I have some display ads from other companies that not it's not Google AdSense, like we go ads, and I have some ads from game distribution and game monetize, and from what's the last? I forgot the name of the last game. Hold on. And from Yandex games too. And I have this monetization from as a developer and as a publisher. So I have the revenue from these parts.
So is that enough to make this your full-time work of employment?
Unfortunately, no, because when I have the awards, they really keep me going for like an year. But if I don't win these awards, it's really rough, and I have to do other gigs. I have to do graphic designer, freelancer gigs, and illustration and things like that. Because the awards here are like something like 10,000 or $15,000. It's the something like that. And for Brazil, when you do the conversion, it's like okay um money to pass a whole year.
Hmm. And let me see. So I'm looking at your website right now, and I see some characters like Mabel and Dipper from Gravity Falls, Marco and Star from Star versus the Forces of Evil, and other such Disney characters. Have you run into any problems with you know hosting such characters on your website?
Yes, I had one time that the game was not made by me. It's from other publishers, but I received an email from Hostinger, that is my server, and it was something about IPs, and they said I have to delete the game, and okay, so I delete the game, and we keep doing the work, because for the universe of dress up games, it's very common to make these bootleg games from other IPs. It's something that is very common, and you kind of try to make some things to not have some problems, like putting another different names on the titles and things like that. But sometimes it has having happen some problems. So we have to go and delete these games.
I'd imagine so. I'll be honest, I'm surprised it doesn't happen more often, given especially like Disney and how litigious they can be with their properties.
I think because my website is not so big. I mean, in question of traffic, because I have I have the contact of my other competitors, like I said before, the dressupgames.com and .vine.com. They have like 500,000 users per month or something like that. So they are more they have more problems than me with this kind of IPs.
Hmm. Duly noted. And hopefully, how do I put this? There continues to be a lack of fire, so to speak.
Yes, I hope so, because it's a problem when this kind of things happens. A lot of years ago, like 2016, I think, I had some problems with Google Play because I made a game that was with a character from Steven Universe. I think it was one of the gems. Don't remember remind which
Mhm.
one. But usually, as I said, my website and my brand is small, so I don't have a lot of traffic. But in special, when I did this game, this Steven Universe game, it was it had a lot of traffic on this app. I think like 50,000 downloads. So it makes some noise, and the Cartoon Network noticed, and so
Mm.
I received a strike. And after I received this strike, I ki- I talked with my competitors because we had a Facebook group, and I said about this problem. And they had this problem before, and they suggested that I deleted this app, because if I had 3 strikes, I could have my account banned, and I didn't want that. So I deleted the game, and I tried to do more games that is inspired, but not like a copy, you know. So I try to do games that like a princess team or a mermaid team, but not exactly the a carbon copy from the original, you know.
Yeah.
So if it's inspired, it's not a problem, but it's like a copy paste, it's a problem. So when it's inspired, I can do the games and I don't have any kind of strike. So I'm trying to do games like this so I don't have problems anymore.
Makes sense. Given everything that is in place in the world, let's say. Um, and you've made several references to your competition, and apparently you also communicate to them in a Facebook group. So it
Yeah.
sounds like there's a specific subset of dress up sites out there, or like exactly what are you defining as competition here?
When I say competition, is websites that are similar with mine, like with the same niche.
Hmm.
Dress up games and coloring games. Dressupgames.com is I think it's one of the largest, the famous ones. Is and really really old. I think this website's from 1998. Very old.
Yep.
Yep. So and it has a strong and easy name to so the kids can play and find. But the other competition is Dodvine, and she's more younger and really smart, and she has more than one website. And I really admire her. I really want to kind of be like her when I grow up, because she really successful on this area of dress up games. And I know that my website is old as well, but I don't consider myself with a big success, because I don't have the revenue that I I really need, and to continue to develop more games. And it's something that she has, and it's something that I pursue for my future.
Hmm. I suppose that is perhaps the central question to all this. Um, can you persist much longer in this format if you're not able to make a living off of it?
It's something that I think I have to give some steps back, because I really was thinking about it, because the money is not great. And so I'm thinking to find another job, like a day job, so I
Mm,
can continue to pursue dream and pursue this because I'm not going to give up from Kawaii games, but I can't. I know that's something that I'm lacking of knowledge or something like that. That I'm not able to make it grow. I need to do something more that I don't know what is it to make it grow more. I'm trying to make more marketing. I'm trying to make paid ads. I'm trying to make organic ads on social media, but it's very hard for me part because when I started, I was just a developer. I just make the illustration and I just make the codes, and that's it. But the part to do the business, the part to do the marketing, the money, the management is the really complicated part, and that's something that I'm struggling a lot. And I do classes and courses and things like that to try to grow the business, but it's really hard.
Hmm, I'd imagine so. Um, Especially since, once again, this kind of browser-based form of entertainment uh, is trying to use the right terminology, a bit old-fashioned. Um,
Yes. But
so,
what I try
it,
to do is to make the website responsive. That's the list. And so the website works okay perfectly on the cell phones, the smartphones. But when I on the events, I noticed that the kids they they always ask, but it's I can download it. So they are used to download the apps, but not to go and browse for the games. It's really something that I really trying to dominate. That's the app part.
mm, um, all I can say is good luck to that because, I mean, we talk a lot with people in the games industry on our other show, though that's more like traditional game development, if you will, rather, like making platformers and such. And it's the story is very much the same. It's just there's a lot of product out there, and it's hard to get eyeballs on your particular product.
Yes, there's a lot. I was talking with my husband some time ago, and we follow some gaming news, and I always think as there's a lot of games there. How you can be highlighted on this sea of games? So hard. And like you said, I'm on the browser. That's something that people a little older uh, try to go, not kids.
I mean,
And this is a challenge.
and I will say that even if you were to develop Kawaii games into an app and put it onto Google Play and iOS, what have you, it doesn't necessarily means the fortunes get better, because speaking to mobile game devs and people who worked in mobile gaming, it is ultra competitive in that scene.
Yes, I know because I have the revenue that I can compare from my Google AdSense. That's from my website, and I have the Google. I forgot the.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I forgot the name from the part that is monetization. AdWords, AdMob. The
Mm.
AdMob from Google, and the quantity, the revenue from my website is bigger. from compared from the apps. I don't know because I don't know if this is because my website is really old and I already have an audience, traffic. And for the apps, I don't have an audience so loyal, let's say like that. And uh, uh, it's really hard, but it's something that at the same time I don't want to give up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I already know some developers from dress up games that already give up, and it's kind of sad. But at the same time, I understand.
Mm-hmm.
I had I say competition, but it's kind of friend that was a developer that has a website called Pastel Cato Games. She did a lot of dress up games with anime team. She did a lot of different games and was really a success. But she was struggling as well with traffic and revenue. So unfortunately, she gave up and she will start a normal day job. I think with web development, something like that.
Hmm. It may come to that.
Yeah, I know it's hard. It's sad, but it's the reality. Um, Indie games is like that. It's just a few that really can, um, you know, make a living of it. In my opinion, of course, I think it's really hard.
Hmm. Like I said, we've just had this conversation with so many game developers of all stripes recently, and it never gets any less disheartening.
Yes,
Like, and you know,
like
e-
here in my state, we just start to do like an association of game developers, and all the game developers here, I think, just have one company that is, can really gains money, gains revenue with their games, with their company, with their business. Just one company from, I think it's 14 companies on my state. And the rest of us uh, all have to do freelance jobs or have another day job because we can't rely on the game development as our first income.
yeah, I mean that is
Like,
about some of things. You know, it's like I wish these conversations would be more positive, but this is the reality of the gaming industry writ large.
I think if I go for the victories I had, it's really good
Mm,
because as I show on the slides, I had some awards. I have a website. I have 30 games. I think these are victories, but as a business is really a challenge to continue if you don't have a capital, money to make it work for a long run.
mm,
But a lot of people here just consider to work on game development as a passion, as love, and some of them even consider the part of gaining money. You know, some of them are just happy to make one game and publish. It's kind of it's not something that I want. I really want to make money and work with my passion. I just don't want to work for free, you know. I think that's something that a lot of people want, but unfortunately, it's not so easy.
Right. Well, I think I've run through my gamut of questions, so I'll turn to my colleagues over here to see if they have anything further to ask you.
I think I'm good.
Yes, I think you've answered most of the questions I had.
Yeah, we're good.
All right. So yeah, I want to thank you for taking time out of your schedule and being with us here today. It's been a very illuminating, if I'll be honest, a bit different conversation about your site that hosts a lot of dress up and coloring games and such.
Yes, thank you for having me. It was a great opportunity for me to show my work.
Indeed.
It was my first time that someone asked me for a podcast, so I'm really happy. I
Yeah.
consider this a victory as well.
That's good to hear. That's good to hear. Right. So the website is Kawaii Games at kawaiigames.net. You can access it through really any device that exists in the modern age because it is a browser site. So that means you don't have to worry about is it an Android device, is it an iOS device? It works with all of them. So that is the upside to browser gaming, if nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so be sure to check it out today. Right.
Thank,
So yeah.
thank you, guys.
Mhm. We'll let you go and get some rest.
Okay, so good night for you, and I'm going to bed.
Good night.
Bye bye.
Right.
All right.
Well, that means it's time for entertainment news.
Hmm.
And let's see where to start this week. Well, I know. We got to talk about Disney quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So first of all, we got to talk about Marvel
Oh
because
boy.
I think you know
Uh-huh.
it, Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
Because got announced tonight that apparently Robert Downey Jr. is
Uh-huh.
engaged in actively writing the backstory to Doctor Doom in the
For
upcoming.
MCU.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
well, now I'm I'm mixed on this. I mean, it sounded like it on the socials that I was a little bit that I'm pissed about it, but I'm
yeah,
more mixed about this because on the one hand, yes, it seems a little bit odd and strange that a character that already has a backstory ready made and ready to go needs to be touched upon.
Yeah, I was about to say,
But
isn't Doctor Doom one of the more established Marvel characters?
yes,
Period.
yes, yes.
yeah,
But on that one hand, on the other hand, the goal here is going to have to be um Robert Downey Jr. has to deprogram an entire generation that he's not Tony Stark anymore.
Yeah,
right.
Unless he is.
yeah. And unless the shoe
Well,
drops, we
yeah,
find
that's
out that Doom is actually
don't.
Tony Stark in an alt universe.
I would say, shh! Don't give him ideas, please.
Oh, they've already thought about it. Don't even try and be coy.
Oh yeah.
You
Oh
don't
yeah.
pick fucking Robert
Yeah.
Downey Jr.,
Yeah.
commonly known as
In the
Iron
boardroom.
Man or
Yeah.
Tony Stark, to suddenly play another
Yeah.
character in your
But still, it's like
universe where he
true,
already exists.
true. Now, and if they do that, I think it's going to piss off a lot of people. I don't think it's going to
Oh,
go
it's
over
going to piss
well.
off a lot of people, but I would not be shocked if I'm right and the shoe's going to
Oh
drop
yeah.
and find out
I
Doom is
mean,
actually Tony in whatever
or
alt universe he's in.
yeah. I mean, that is in some comics, so they would have a justification
I'm
for it.
aware. That's entirely why I brought it up.
Yeah, but still, it's
This
like,
is a very 100% a Marvel thing that can and probably will happen.
yeah, I mean, the way things are going right now, I mean, like, I mean, you probably bring that up to the Russos and then to Robert, and it's like, oh, I could be an evil Tony Stark. Okay, I like this.
They'd probably be like, "Hey, why are you spoiling our movie plot, asshole?"
Now, this wouldn't be out in public. This would be more in the the back rooms where they would be talking to each other and going,
Yeah.
"Oh," but I mean, at this point, it's like it's just a case of everybody's waiting for the shoe to drop whenever it is.
Yeah.
It's just a case of hopefully it's not a complete and total bastardization of the character, but
Mhm.
you never know.
No, you do not.
And it better be worth the price that they probably had to pay to bring him back, because
Oh,
that
God,
probably
yeah, no.
did not come cheap. Especially after he won a goddamn Oscar.
Not only
Yeah.
won an Oscar, but said he was done with Marvel films after Iron Man.
Yep.
This
I
is
want to
probably,
know how much blood is in that contract.
well,
There's some.
this is probably something that's written into the contract, creative control. Like,
There's no way. No, I mean, if he's coming back, I want fucking creative control, especially after I won a goddamn Oscar, which he probably threw right in their face and say, "If I'm coming back, I better have everything that I want." And I can
Probably
get
brought it
everything that
in
I
and
want
laid it
now.
on the table when he
Oh,
came in
yeah.
to sign the contract.
Shit, right on that damn table, right in their face,
Used it as a goddamn pen holder.
like, yeah, I'm an Oscar winner now. I got that in my pocket. That just upped my value. That upped my price. So that's one of the things happening tonight. That's one of the things.
right. So moving on. We got to go over to the Pixar wing
Oh boy.
and talk about, well, a show we've talked about before, but culture war nonsense prevails because okay, in case you haven't seen the headlines, there have been a whole slew of news articles about Disney's Win or Lose having what is being called by some the first overtly Christian character in a Disney property. No. Like, yeah, it's like, first of all, that's depending on how you want to frame Pixar. Like, because Pixar is usually considered to be a separate branch than the Disney canon.
Right. Yep.
But even putting that aside, yeah, Judge Frollo very much
would like to talk. Yes.
Yeah. Judge Frollo is very much.
That movie was set at
Thanos said in 20
church.
years, and that was more than 20 years ago, but yeah.
That was set and it was set in a fucking church. So probably one of the most high profile churches in the world. So
I think even that though is misselling the point, which is that in an American thing, all characters that do not profess an alternate faith are generally assumed to be Christian.
By
most people.
Yeah.
Well, not really assumed to be Christian, but assumed to be whatever faith they prescribe to.
Well, that's another thing. There's also a very, very Protestant view of Christianity that says Catholics are not Christians.
That's true. Frollo was definitely Catholic on account of being French.
Right, yeah, true. That's true.
And but here's the thing. I don't think Disney was thinking that hard about the Christian connotations that they were putting in general. Because here's the thing, it's not like people are making a hullabaloo not just because, oh, hey, look, there's a character in a Disney adjacent property that's praying, but
Mhm.
also because this is the same series that scrapped a transgender character.
Yep.
So, can you guess what the fucking narrative has been?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Although,
Yeah.
I just have to say, it does. I mean, it's probably not intentional at all, but it does not feel right.
It's not a good look, as they would say. I
Right.
will completely grant. But
It's not intentional. It's not intentional. It probably
Yeah.
was baked into the cake before they came in and said, scrap that character.
well, yeah, here's how you can tell that the culture warriors haven't actually watched the series, because what is the context of the Christianity? It's not about it's
Yeah.
not about the prayer. It's not about being like a fucking Ned Flanders or anything like that. It's about it's not even about faith. It's about self-doubt.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We have a character who's Lori, who is struggling with self-doubt before a game and is praying to God for guidance and help, which, as somebody who was raised in a Christian family, can tell you is definitely a thing that happens, especially when you're a kid. I'm like, this is actually a very realistic depiction of the lens of Christianity from a 10-year-old. Like like people don't even start questioning that kind of religiosity until they get to their teenage years,
Right.
because that's literally all they know.
Mhm.
So it's actually a rather well done scene that makes sense in societally and everything, but people want to use it as ammo for their side. Mostly right wingers, because honestly, I haven't seen a lot of. I've seen a bit of outrage from the left over this, but not a whole lot. Not as much as when the transgender erasure happened.
Yeah.
I'm not, very rightly that that was cause for eruption. But now that may speak to more savvy media watchers or what have you, but um,
I mean, it was
you know,
just like it was quickly in the
yeah,
thing for a couple of moments when it broke out to note
yeah,
the whole juxtaposition. But on the other hand, it wasn't long lasting. It wasn't continuously, and eventually has died out. So
yeah. Well, that's probably because there are so many other things
going on, yes,
you
yes,
know, it's like it's a bit hard to focus on that when there's so much else
and
going
probably
on.
and frankly, they probably aren't watching it anyway because of the trans situation.
Right. So, like I said, I get the optics, as
Yeah.
they say, but this is definitely a case where the context really matters.
Mm-hmm.
And though, for the record, that does not absolve Disney, Pixar, whomever from the trans erasure in the first place.
Yeah.
You know, that is a black eye on the entire fucking company,
Mm-hmm.
and it should be reflected as such. I'm like, but it's also, do not get baited in what the culture warriors want you to do. And that's fucking react to their YouTube thumbnail bullshit.
Yeah. Yep.
So, it's a vexing situation. I'm not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
because, speaking of bad optics,
Oh boy.
Disney has also announced that a Tiana Disney Plus series is not going forward.
They're killing the whole. Yeah, they're killing the whole doing
All
long form stuff on Disney Plus going forward, which I guess was going to happen eventually because everybody is starting to realize, oh shit, this streaming thing doesn't work anymore. But on the
And-
other hand,
yeah, it's like I've also, obviously there's been a pronounced reaction from Black people, and
which I mean, they should not be blamed for it because
yeah,
this was a very big project that they announced and they've killed it.
I do have to wonder if more was going on behind the scenes, if I'm being honest.
Well,
because
from what I've read,
let me finish.
Go ahead.
Or
Sorry.
you jump in there.
Sorry.
Because the thing that gives me pause on this is it was announced in 2020. And yeah, I know COVID times and all that stuff, but it's still 2025 and this series didn't really have a release date, didn't really have a whole lot of updates. So I'm thinking that there might have been some production problems and Disney's just looking to exit out wholesale. But now you can go, Kevin.
Yeah. Actually, as a matter of fact, apparently, according to the Hollywood Reporter article that first revealed that this was axed, apparently it said that there was there was multiple changes in the creative team over the course of the last couple of years, which probably is a clue. Which in its own right is kind of baffling, considering that it shouldn't be too hard, but apparently for a lot of things going on with Disney, it's hard.
I'm like, on the other hand, I'm kind of surprised they greenlighted anything further from The Princess and the Frog. Like,
It's a popular Disney film with the Black community for obvious reasons.
Right, but here's the thing. And I'm speaking in Disney terms. They deem that to be a colossal failure at the box office. To the point where they scrapped their traditional animation division again. Remember, The Princess and the Frog was supposed to be Disney's big push into 2D animation for theatrical productions, and it flopped so badly, Disney said no mas after that. And it's a thing that they've stuck to this day. So that is why I'm surprised that they decided to revisit it at all. Once again, you can get into the theories about why it flopped. And, they're probably connected to racism.
No, it's not, because it was released in the United States on December 11th, 2009. You want to know what opened a couple weeks later?
Refresh my memory, because
Avatar.
I'm like, fair enough. Ironically, now a Disney property.
Yeah, now a Disney property. It wasn't then, but it is now. But yeah, it's a case of it couldn't really go anywhere when you had one film pretty much sucking up the entire motion picture cineplexes for, I would say, like a good month and like a good 2-3 months.
Can I still claim racism since it involved space dances with wolves?
I mean,
God, I hate that movie. Very much.
Yeah.
We'll give you a third of a point on that one, Adam. All right.
Honestly, we still feel that way. I mean, we still feel that way. Like, look. I mean, it's a white guy becoming a native and helping other natives from his fellow white people. How many times have we seen a story similar to that?
I think we could fucking set our clocks by it.
If it makes you
Yeah.
feel better, like the actual dances with wolves is actually a lot more respectful to Native American culture because it
Mhm.
features actual Native American culture. Like it's got
Yes.
the Lakota
People
language.
were calling the first movie Dances with Pocahontas only with blue furries, like from when it was announced.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
Like
people are still buying into it somehow, and they're already getting saying that we can't wait to go for freaking the third one in December, and it's got the added twist of being more like Avatar than Avatar.
I'm like, I guess in Avatar news, there's a new graphic novel out in the set during the time of Legend of Korra, though it's
Mhm.
apparently featuring Mako and Bolin. So
Uh,
my interest levels are about rock bottom.
and probably even lower considering the announcement of that new series, which I don't think we haven't even gone into.
Well, here's the thing: just because they've announced the new series doesn't mean that we're not going to get stories set in the time of Korra. We're still getting time.
Yeah.
We're still getting end stories. We're getting a
Yeah.
fucking movie out of that. So
Yeah.
I don't know why people are so upset about having a new Avatar, because I'm like, that doesn't mean we're gonna stop making Korra shit.
Yeah,
Like, no, that's not what that means.
Yeah,
It's
I
more
mean,
like, there might be unfortunate implications over what Korra may or may not do, but we're gonna have to see what the actual details are, because keep in mind, stuff that got leaked is stuff that's in development. Stuff can change, or details can be misheard.
well, I mean,
Like I get your
get it. It's
frustrations
like,
there, Kevin, but I'm
I
just
mean,
like,
yeah, I'm fine. I perfectly get the whole waiting to actually see what goes on here, but it's one of those
yeah, you've
kind
got
of. It's not angry. It's more terrified. Is more
fair enough.
where I'm at.
Fair enough there.
It's not
I'm
a
like,
case of it's firmly what's going to happen. It's more I'm terrified that that's what's going to happen.
yeah,
Is what I'm getting at. That's where I'm at.
yeah. Anyway, I'm just saying that I'm like, I guess it's nice that the supporting cast of Korra is getting their own novel, but
Yeah.
yeah, I like, if it were a Bolin solo series, I'd actually be interested.
Yeah.
Like, anything to do with Mako, I'm like,
No. Like
yeah,
like we got too much of Mako in the series itself.
well, and it's also, you never made Mako into anything after he was ditched as the love interest. I'm like,
I mean, God forbid that, God bless them, they tried.
yeah, they tried, but I'm like,
It didn't
I
it didn't work.
I actually did look at a few pages before the start of this, and here's the thing: they mock Mako in this thing. I'm like, they directly say, some of his officer buddies are mocking him for not having a personality. I'm like, they're not wrong.
Yeah. Like, they know you. They probably have known you well enough to know that, Mako.
I'm like, oh, that's the thing. Bolin actually has a personality.
Yes.
So,
It's a pretty standard goofball, but that's better than, he looks like he has hidden depths, but actually he's just quiet because he has nothing to say.
Yeah.
I think that's the sum of it.
They're probably going to use these graphic novels to force something here, which
maybe, I'm like,
depends on what they give us.
Yeah, but anyway, that's enough about the last Airbender and such.
Right.
Let's see. Any other news items that we want to touch upon? No, I think that's it. Just a very Disney heavy. I suppose there's the Oscars.
Wait, I mean, at
Kevin,
this point,
that's your
beat.
beat.
That one cat movie won for best animated.
Yeah, I actually watched Flow when it premiered on Max. I can see why it won the Oscar.
I mean,
You know,
it was a pretty. It was other than Flo
It's
and
not-
maybe Wallace and Gromit. It wasn't really I mean,
Yeah.
you thought
I
the
mean-
Wild Robot was going to win, but that's probably a case of the case of recency bias coming into play a little bit.
Yeah, like I would have liked Wallace and Gromit to have won just because it's Wallace and Gromit. I'm not upset with
No.
Flo. Like,
No.
it was
Mhm.
not just a beautifully animated movie; it's a beautifully choreographed movie.
Mhm.
Like, really working those cinematic camera angles. Like,
Yeah.
look, there's a reason why this was presented by the Criterion Collection.
Yeah, there you go. Like, but yeah,
yeah.
I mean,
So
Flo won Best Animated, and we talked about Amelia Perez about a month or so ago. Thankfully, the
Denied.
PR disaster pretty much only left it with 2 original song. Poor Diane Warren, by the way, she's our new Susan Lucci. She's been nominated 16 times and gone 0 for 16.
I mean,
Yeah.
Susan Lucci did eventually win an
And
award.
yes, but more to the point, she's the new. Will she
Yeah.
ever win individual? Number 1.
Fair enough.
That was the one, and the other one was Zoe Saldana, who won for best, I think it was supporting actress, and she was probably the only performance that nobody really had a problem with. So she was obviously going to win that one. I gotta remind myself here. Hold on 1 second. Live research here. It's a little thing on here. Here we go. Let's see. Let's start with Zoe Saldana won for Best Actress in a supporting role. Kieran Culkin, who had won everything in the Best Supporting Actor, won the Oscar, meaning that Kieran Culkin now has an Emmy and an Oscar, which is a trip when you remember his role on Home Alone.
Like, that's Macaulay.
No, his brother was in that too.
Yeah,
No, Kieran was in that too.
Oh, really?
in
Yeah.
one of them.
Like,
No, he was in the original. He was in the original. He
it's
was
possible.
I was trying to remember if it was the original one or only the second.
He was Kevin McAllister's young cousin Fuller in Home Alone. That was his feature film debut. Sitting at the table with a Coke. Now he has an Emmy and an Oscar.
Yeah, no, I remember that character.
Yeah. So yeah, he was in that, and he won.
The one that was supposed to look annoying even compared to Kevin.
Right.
The one with the bladder problem.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, he now has an Emmy and an Oscar.
Okay.
Think about that, won't you?
Look, people are allowed to
right
to grow out of their roles.
No,
we don't begrudge Robert Pattinson too much for being Edward Cullen.
No. I mean, I'm not dissing it at all. It's just amazing. It's one of those amazing things to think about.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving forward here, Adrian Brody won for Best Lead Actor, which is not a surprise. He pretty much won everything. There was a bit of a question when Timothée Chalamet won the SAG Award a couple weeks ago for playing Bob Dylan. There was a question that maybe he might upset, but that was not to be the case. Adrian Brody pretty much won everything else, and he won the Best Lead Actor. Best Lead Actress was a surprise because Demi Moore for The Substance had pretty much won everything. But when it came to the Oscar time, it went to Mikey Madison for Anora, which went on to be Best Picture this year, and made Sean Baker the first man ever to win either 4 or 5 Oscars in the same night, because Sean Baker was a producer on Anora, so winning Best Picture means that he won that. He won Best Director. He won Best Writing. He did the original screenplay. And what was that technical one? Editing. He was the editor as well. So he won editor. He won original screenplay. He won Best Picture, and he won Best Director. So no other individual has done that. And although it's come out recently that the production behind Anora was a little bit scummy. So a little bit hard on that, but at the same time, Sean Baker pretty much used his Best Director to pretty much say, please go out and see these things. Let's go out to the movies, please. A pro theater speech, which, you know, I kind of have to appreciate. So yeah, that was the Oscars, and pretty much wraps up award season 2025. So there you go.
All right. So I guess that's about it for the entertainment news for the week.
Yeah.
So coming up next week on March 12th, it will be our grand pleasure to welcome Larry Lion Tamer OG, community manager and submissions judge of Overclocked Remix. I'm like, so am I going to have to describe Overclocked Remix to you lot?
Not me.
Probably me.
Okay, so Overclocked Remix is probably the premier fan-based community of remixing video game soundtracks.
How
They've
long have
been
you been
around
trying to get this interview set up, Adam?
quite a while.
Yeah.
But it's finally happening.
Yeah.
If you're ensconced in the video game culture, you probably know who OC Remix is.
Yeah, or
Mhm.
OCR or OC Remix. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So this is a big one. And I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, until next time, stay safe, everyone.